The Bible is for me.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Amp.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Thanks for being here today.
It's always my pleasure to be here.
And thank you for being here today.
Hey, you said, them. Hey, yeah, thanks. Thanks for being here, too.
Welcome. I don't know why I changed my voice particularly.
Cause you're you.
Because I'm me.
Cause you're not a robot.
And I'm the only me I can be.
Not right.
Am I right?
Let's sing.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Anthony. That's Tim. Y'all, let me just say,
Don't say it.
Florida Torrida.
That was good.
What a time was had.
Several times we're had.
3 times.
I wonder if we'll do it again.
Cubed.
You think we'll do it again?
The people want to see it again.
There was people asking for it.
But multiple people.
And not like in a mean way. They're asking for
They're
it.
asking for it.
But they were like literally asking
Multiple people were like, and then what I love seeing is even like, you got to come to Nashville, you got to come to Houston.
for it. Yeah. Well, here's the thing is we had people like, I mean, we did this thing in Florida, in Jacksonville,
Right.
in Tampa,
Right.
in Orlando. You've
Right.
heard us talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had people coming in from like Alaska and Idaho and Canada.
As far as Myrtle Beach,
It's a long drive.
pretty incredible.
Took them about 2.5 hours. Yeah. So like, if we're going to keep doing these,
People were hanging out.
maybe we don't have to go all the way to Utah if people are going to travel in.
Well, they get to see our beautiful state, our alligators.
It is the right time of year. It was still very hot though.
Yeah.
I hope that people who came in from out of this region got to see some alligators,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
see a dolphin. That's
Yeah,
one of my favorite things about Florida.
The dolphins, particularly,
It's
or
just
just
like-
the marine life.
Yeah, well, like you can drive. You're driving on a road with like humans that live above water, and then you're doing your thing, and then you're driving next to a body of water because they're all over the place, and then like whoop, sea creature just hops up. And then you'll cross a big bridge, and then you have a big body of water, and you look out over this scape, and then like a manta ray will jump up.
Yeah.
like these are real things that happen here.
These are, and what I always think about that is it's like the ocean is there's this big question mark. We don't know what's going on down there. Like truly, we don't. We got no clue.
Right, for the most part.
Can't even hardly see unless we have our goggles on.
Yeah.
So what you get is like a really cool creature just like go, and then they go back down, and you're like, what was that?
And you have to assume they think the same thing.
When we go down.
When we jump in and then pop back up. Like, what the heck?
The heck? I saw a human today.
Do you think life exists like upside down? Like down there? I haven't really explored this thought yet.
No, yeah, you're
But
onto something.
When they look up and they look at this, like the bottom of a boat, like, do you think that they think that's sort of like the top half?
Of the boat.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, they don't see from a sky down perspective. They're seeing up like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe for some they just that's a boat to them. You know what I mean? That's the boat. The bottom of the,
right.
That's the complete, when they go to school and they open their books, the drawing of a boat is just a U, like sort of barely under the water.
And for us, like a whale, we draw a whale in the water. All we draw is like the little top half.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might draw a dolphin the
flipped.
same way too. Yeah.
And then they put a big X on the rudder and the next day, away from that.
Watch out.
Except for the dang manatees. They can't, biologically, they're having a hard time passing that one down.
But man, are they good eating.
Then they're so cute and you want to just cuddle them, but you can't. It's not legal.
And they're 7,000 pounds.
So they're a little bit of a manatees.
I wonder if anybody's died of manatee before. Not like eating one.
They have not. I actually just looked this up.
Really?
We were we were going on a river and my son was nervous about them, which is like legit. I mean, it's
Right.
one thing to be like,
They're huge.
I've said this about cows. You go like, someone's scared of a cow. Go stand next to a cow. You should be a little scared of a cow. It's a big creature. So when you have a huge manatee that just sort of comes up next to your kayak or whatever, and you're like, oh, wow, that's a little unnerving. So, but I Googled it because he's a big facts guy. So I was like, let's look it up. I legit think there's no reported deaths by manatee.
But somebody's got to be the first.
Or they're really good at covering it up.
Sounds like a ninja's conspiracy for you.
We've been hanging out with the ninjas guys too much.
Way too much, but also not enough.
And I mean, we just haven't caught the manatee killers yet. They're out there.
The killer manatees.
Killer manatees, right. Welcome to the show. Today is a Bible kind of day. Every day is a Bible kind of day. But today here on the podcast is a cheat day Devos kind of day. This is where Tim and I explore 2 chapters of scripture, no more, no less. We're working through the Bible from the beginning to the end.
We're almost done.
We're really making progress. Just moving and grooving. We're on Exodus. We don't go very far, very fast. But yeah, so we're going to dive into that today. I like to say here at the beginning, because I know we have new friends. Maybe you met us on the Florida tour. You came out to see ninjas. You were like, oh, these guys are fun. Welcome to the pod. This is it. You're seeing it. We study the Bible. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, to say study is that's a stretch.
Study is, yeah, that
we read it.
Does require, it seems like that would require some more. We just read it together with you is in like a funsies kind of way. So what I like to say that because I don't want you to make a habit of like, I wonder like I wonder what this text means in a deeply philosophical sense. We would not be a source material for that.
I was going to say it's okay to make that a habit.
Yeah,
but just don't come to us thinking you're going to get that answer.
Right. It's fine. Like there's 2 books on your shelf and one's an encyclopedia and one's a Dr. Seuss book. And it's like
totally fine.
They're both fun books. But if you're like, I'm trying to figure out, when was the War of 1812? Dr. Seuss is not going to provide.
Do cats wear hats? Oh, yeah.
What color typically?
It's actually a blue fish and a red fish.
It's the ham in the green eggs. And I know the dogs go, but do they go dogs go? So that's what we do here. We're going to dive in today together and get a little segment we like to call Cheat Day Devos on together.
Yeah, get your bathing suits on because we're diving in.
Hey, Stephen Curtis. Exodus 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go to the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites.
Not parasites.
No, that would...
Perizzites.
I mean, to drive out parasites, you're going to need hand sanitizer. A lot. That's got to be helpful.
I don't think you know
in
science
the fight
either.
Against parasites.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I also don't know anything about science. I guess I should just...
This is the other part
we
of the
started the
legal
podcast
disclaimer.
with a list of things we don't know like anything about, and it just goes on and on. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey, but I will not go with you because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way.
So I want to just say as my little disclaimer, I read the Message version of this first.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. I don't know what prompted me to do that.
Okay.
Feeling inspired.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of funny stuff. I'm going to refer back to the Message version a lot.
Yeah.
It's just the way that's listed, the way the text kind of flows and what's said. It makes sense in our more of our modern language.
Yeah.
But it just comes out. It's pretty funny.
I mean, this is a pretty great text. Again, just for context, this is Exodus 33. This is God talking to Moses. And God says, go up to the land flowing with milk and honey. Because and he kind of like describes why I'm obligated to do this.
Because I already
said,
made a promise.
I already committed. And then verse 3, but I will not go with you because you're a stiff-necked people and I might destroy you on the way. My note here, and we've been doing this the last couple episodes, I don't love to live here, but it really does feel like, I don't know if you've ever done this, you make a promise to the kids for something, and then the day plays out, and you're like, I know the right thing is to stick with, we said we were going to do that fun thing later, but boy, has everyone kind of gotten on my nerves. Right. And it's the like, you guys can go do the fun thing. Because I already said we would do it. if I go, I might lose it. So
very much. This it very much reads mom and dad.
Yeah.
Talking about kids, talking about the vacation, the trip, the whatever, we're moving out of the state, out of the country. Like whatever it is happening is being planned by mom and dad, and they're talking about kids and like just what's happening there. Like it's so fun to relate that stuff to real life, or to my real life, you know?
Yes. Like particularly, I think for me, this jumps out at like a theme park. Like it's like, all right, we did it. We did a Christmas present. We got the Disney tickets. We're going to the theme park. And then what ensues is like, all right, cool. Can we do this ride? I don't want to do this other ride. There's a ride. Why would you not want to do that? I want to do that. Which ride are we going to do first? I don't think
I want
those
ice
souvenirs.
cream.
We should do the souvenir situation. And you're just like, I already bought these tickets, so we got to go. I'm like so fried on the drive up there. There's like panic ensuing about like, I don't know if I can do that ride. I think it's too scary. And you're like, this is supposed to be fun.
Or like complaining about the day. Like, I don't really want to be here. Can we just go back home?
It's such a long drive.
But you were literally complaining about being bored at home yesterday. Like you sat around, we sat around all day and you said, I'm bored. I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
We're going to the amusement park tomorrow. Like rest up. I don't know, whatever. And then you're complaining the next day that you're going to be too stimulated.
It's too hot. It's so hot out here.
American kids.
You know what? You guys go. Dad's going to take a lap.
The message version of part of that says, God saying, but I won't be with you in person. You're such a stubborn, hard-headed people. Lest I destroy you on the journey.
Yeah.
God's like, I'm going to kill you. And I'm pretty sure I have maybe said that about my kids. Maybe to my kids, but my wife usually stops me before I get to that point.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's also accurate. It is usually on the journey. It's like when we get there, people are kind of like, "Oh, it's cool. This is a cool stuff." But it is the journey. That's like that's when you're like, yeah, it'd be on the journey.
Yeah.
That I'd lose it. Verse 4, when the people heard these distressing words, they began to mourn, and no one put on any ornaments. And some sad Christmas trees to think about there, Tim.
Yeah.
Just
I'm not
no ornaments.
sure they were doing Christmas trees.
Where are you, Christmas?
No. Nobody wants this.
That's what everybody's walking around singing at this point in the story. Find you.
But why do you have to sing it like that? The message version says they were plunged into gloom and wore long faces. No one put on jewelry.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's the ornaments you're talking about.
Yeah.
But like when I'm in gloom, when I'm feeling sad, you better believe I'm not putting on any jewelry either.
I think it's my
I don't feel like feeling pretty today.
right. It's just subtle. Such a subtle way to let everyone know.
How will we know Anthony's sad? He doesn't have any of his earrings in.
It's this type of person who's like, I'm not even wearing a necklace.
That'll show him.
You're like, hey, is everything okay?
If you have to ask.
If you have to ask. You didn't notice how ringless I was right now? No.
He's not talking about his wife. We would never talk about that.
No. Credit where credit's due. Rach is pretty darn straightforward with me when she's unhappy about something. It's not the passive aggressive stuff, but we all know people like this. They're like, it's a very little thing, and then they're going to be like, well, you didn't even notice.
Your relationship has evolved. It grows over time.
That's
Sometimes it starts by, I don't want to tell the person I'm not feeling good. I'm just going to not put on jewelry. Then he'll know I'm sad. Ladies, if you're doing that to tell a fella,
good tip, that
if you're hinting at something like 2 or 3 levels deep, he's not going to get it. Never.
They're not. They're going to miss it. No. They're going to miss it. This is like that Taylor Swift level of thing, right? Like where you're like, see how subtle that little thing was? And all the guys are like, no, I didn't. Just say, could you just put it on a whiteboard and hold it up? That'd be the best for me. Thanks. This maybe is a way to get out of decorating for Christmas, though. Is like, I'm just too sad to do ornaments. Sorry. The next day, we want to decorate the tree today? No. I'm in no spirit. Verse 5, for the Lord had said to Moses, tell the Israelites, you are a stiff-necked people. If I were to go with you, even for a moment, I might destroy you. Now take off your ornaments, and I will decide what to do with you. It's got to be kind of a funny moment because they didn't have any on, except for maybe one person.
Yeah.
Who was like, "Oh, I didn't get that is a funny like zoom in moment. One person shows up to like the tent of meeting, just like 2 Chainz. Oh gosh, did we not? Wait, how does nobody tell?
Tries to take it off really quietly.
You gotta
just clink, 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 clink.
I can't get the clasp. Can you get the clasp on the necklace?
Message says, tell the Israelites, you're one hard-headed people. I couldn't stand being with you for even a moment. I'd destroy you. So take off all your jewelry until I figure out what to do with you. It's very aggressive.
Timeout. That's a timeout situation.
Like, just sit over there until I figure out what to do. That's such a parent line.
Calling jewelry ornaments is fun. It's like the flare from Office Space, you know? But did you put your ornaments on? It just, I don't know. That does something to it, to me. Verse 6. So the Israelites stripped off their ornaments out at Mount Horeb. Verse 7. Now Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. The way that sentence is structured, just, it sounds like a crazy habit of Moses. You know what I mean? Moses, like it's written about Moses. So it's like, so we got to give you some context to this story. Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp really far away, and he called it the tent of meeting. Just one of his quirks.
It sounds like the Seinfeld bit, it's the waiting room. You have to wait there. It's in the name.
Yeah,
it's the tent of meeting.
It's the tent. It's where we do the
can't
meetings.
meet at another tent.
Yeah.
That's the tent of meeting.
Everyone's always like, this meeting could have been an email. And Moses is like, well, what am I supposed to do with the tent then? What is the tent's purpose if we turn them all into emails?
Let's just make an email tent.
The tent of email. Anyone inquiring of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp. And whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people rose and stood at the entrances to their tents, watching Moses until he entered the tent. Kind of a ceremony as he walked by. Sort of like when they got on the spaceship in Apollo 13. Everybody was, they slow motion walked. You know what I mean? That was in my head. As Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and stay at the entrance while the Lord spoke with Moses. Whenever the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance to the tent, they all stood and worshiped, each at the entrance to their tent. The Lord would speak to Moses face to face as one speaks to a friend. Kind of a cool verse. Then Moses would return to the camp, but his young aide, Joshua, son of Nun, did not leave the tent. So it's kind of like a secret clubhouse for Moses and God. Like a tree fort for Moses and God. And this had to be a huge breakthrough for Moses because
otherwise he's up on the mountain.
That's what I'm saying. So he's up on the mountain. He's like, oh, God, I got this idea. Get my brother real quick. What if down and below at sea level,
hang on one second.
we do, I'll get it. Hold on. We do a tent and it's just like, it's a little easier for you to travel because you just sort of zip around. You come down there and we just did a tent of me.
It's really God's idea. Like,
a
I don't
tent
want to
of
wait
meeting.
on Moses anymore. So slow.
We just
Every
meet-
freaking time
We
you
just
gotta
meet
talk.
down there.
The message version of the verse 11 says, God spoke with Moses face to face as neighbors speak to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds nice. That
Yeah.
sounds friendly. Kind of misses the parent thing, but
And the dichotomy in Exodus is always so funny. It's like Moses and God would have this like really chill chat, but then then God would be like, "Hey Moses, let any of the Israelites know that if they approach the foot of the mountain, they'll die."
oh, I thought we were talking like neighbors.
So you're like, "Oh, I thought we're chat like you and your across the street neighbor are great, but if that neighbor on your same side comes out, right away." Right away.
Yeah.
But like across the street neighbor comes out, we chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
The neighborhood stuff. What do you make of Joshua not leaving the tent? Like that's what Moses would return to the camp, but his young age Joshua did not leave the tent.
yeah. I mean, given what had happened previously and other ritualistic things, like he's probably ready for like blood to be shed outside the tent. Like Oh, then Moses left and sacrificed a goat and splattered the blood and the kidneys and the intestines and wrapped them around his neck and wore them as ornaments. And Josh is like, I'm staying in here. I don't want to see what's happening. I don't want to
staying in
witness.
the clubhouse.
I've done too much. I'm staying in the treehouse.
I'm staying in the treehouse.
Yeah, it's a lot less messy in here.
I got the vibe maybe he was like cleaning up a little bit. Like he was on
Or
cleanup
that.
duty of like, you got Moses and God or neighbors who are just yakking it up and then
Sweeping up the
Joshua
beer
is kinda
cans.
sweeping. Got to clean everything up right after. Verse 12, Moses said to the Lord, you have been telling me, lead these people, but you have not let me know whom you will send me. You have said, I know you by name, and you have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me, teach me your ways so I may know you and continue to find favor with you. Remember that this nation is your people. The Lord replied, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Then Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and your people unless you go with us?
So the message before, jumping back into this, says it also reads again like this sort of parental argument. And Moses is like, if I'm so special to you, let me in on your plans. That way, I'll continue to be special to you. Don't forget, this is your people, your responsibility.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Moses is getting aggressive with God. And then I just like my presence will go with you. Okay, but not me. I'm not going, but my presence. It's like I won't be there. Presence gonna be right by your side. Don't worry. My scent is gonna be like 30 seconds after that. How are we sending this thing?
My presence will go with you is verse 14. That is a very like human response to that is like, well, what is that? It reminds me a little bit of the song, I'll be home for Christmas, but if only in my dream.
Oh, right.
You go. Wait.
So you're not gonna be home.
It sounds like you're not going to be home for Christmas.
Mhm.
I will be home for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If
Cool.
only in my dream.
What do you mean?
What?
I thought you made plans.
I just clearly said, I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What time?
Whenever time the dream sets in.
Verse 15 in the message says, if your presence doesn't take the lead here, call this trip off right now.
That's very couple coded before a trip.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have to go. Why don't we just not go? Why don't we just not go on the trip?
It's your trip. It's your people.
You want to go on the trip? You want to go on the trip? Now you're all upset because you don't want to buy the kids churros? Why don't we just go? Why don't we just not go to Disney?
Stay, watch our iPads all day. Fine.
And they'll get old and then they'll move out and we'll never see them again. And we're never going to get to watch the kids because they're going to marry someone else. That's what goes on in the treehouse of meeting.
They're going to find another guy. They're going to build another statue. And you know what happens when they build a statue.
Every single time they do that.
Take all their earrings that they weren't wearing. They're already in a pile. And they're going to throw them in a fire. And who knows what's going to come out. It could be a goat. Could be a sheep. Could be a kangaroo. I don't know.
Ornaments are a privilege. They are not a right. Okay? I give you ornaments. You turn them into goats, calves. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will do the very... Wait. Verse 15. Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from all the other people on the face of the earth? What else will distinguish me and your people? Yeah, that's good. And the Lord said to Moses, I will do the very thing you have asked because I am pleased with you and I know you by name. Then Moses said, now show me your glory.
Yeah, if I had a nickel.
And the Lord said, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. But, verse 20, he said, you cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. This is an interesting little pocket story here in the Bible. Moses is like, I want to see your face. This is a gutsy thing for Moses to even ask for.
Yeah.
I want to see God. That's what I want. And God's like, all right, okay, let's talk about this.
Which again, if we can go back to this relationship dynamic too. Sometimes, at least when we were like dating, my wife would be like, I don't know, I have any makeup on. Don't see my face.
You can't see my face.
Don't see my face. Don't even see me. Okay. We're in the same room though. How do I do this without seeing your face?
Right.
which leads to the next.
Then the Lord said, there's a place near me where you may stand on a rock. When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen.
Right. So I want to like, if you try to like imagine this in real life now, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put, you close your eyes.
Right.
I'm going to put my hand over
up.
your face, and then I'm going to turn around, and then I'm going to put my back to you with my hand
Right.
on your eyes still. And then when I turn, I'm going to tell you go.
Right.
Then I'm going to move my hands and you can open your eyes and you're just going to see my back.
Right.
But then at some point I'm going to turn around again, but I won't know that you're not looking. I'm going to say, don't look. And then you're going to have to close your eyes because I can't see that you're not looking. Because if I turn around and see that you're not looking, you're going to see my face and then you're going to die.
Right.
So don't look.
It's a
Promise?
very...
Pinky promise?
I think this is a really interesting moment. I am like fascinated with this story, always have been, because it's like you have God talking in this story. The only physical representation of God we have is Jesus in like this is a very human sounding situation.
Up until now, we have the angel of the Lord.
The angel of the Lord. Right.
In previous
sort of like a divine,
stories.
but the thing we know that was like God in flesh was Jesus, based on the stories we're given. So, and this is very like, you're thinking like God, the divine presence, creator of the universe here. Like this is what we're doing here. And so you have the functionality of like a hand, and I'm going to go by.
That's what it says.
And you're going to see my back. Like this is a human form.
This is what it says,
discussing.
Yeah.
I wish this was building up to a really funny punchline. I really don't have a funny punchline other than this is just fascinating to me.
I'm saying the functionality of like how if this is
this sort of
real, if this is anatomically correct, and God's got a big old sausage fingers hands.
Right. This is what you're...
How flexible is God to be like, oh, well, I can just twist my arm backward and then hide it, and I can see through the back of my head.
This is some sort of human thing we're describing, and how... But then your brain goes to like, okay, well, if Moses is on the cleft of a rock, presumably this is not a character walking by him. I mean, I'm picturing he's on a mountainside. So is this like I don't know,
man. I think,
what does your brain do? Is it a Titan kind of looking thing? That's sort of like, what are we talking about?
Right.
I'm fascinated with this.
I think Moses is just like tripping on mushrooms. I think that's the story here.
No, there's something good
sunset
that somebody on another podcast has already, like, they have sorted this.
I don't think it has to be on a podcast. I think people write books and have written books.
It's only podcasts now, man. I'm really sorry.
Modern day
I hate to have to tell you this, but there's no more books. It's just podcasts now. I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I'll proclaim my name in your presence. That also is like a little funny to me to be like, hey, it's me. It's God. Just like there could be some sort of confusion as to like what this sort of divine holy presence was walking in front of. And maybe there is like, that's what I'm saying too, is like, maybe this is sort of like the person of Jesus. And I don't know. I'm just curious.
Let's not try to get smart here.
I'm so curious. I'm not smart. I'm curious.
I imagine big fat sausage fingers God will hold and putting God's hand over Moses' eyeballs. And then doing this little dance.
Passing by.
I don't think it's true, but that's what I'm imagining.
When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I've passed by. Then I'll remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen.
You think it's like God's lower back? There's a little tattoo there.
Is it? No, I don't.
Okay. But you doesn't say that it didn't happen.
Full back tattoo.
The text doesn't say there wasn't a lower back tattoo.
Maybe somebody did go before this incident with Moses and walked by and did, and it was like, he's like, that's not God. That's not. Like when you're looking for somebody. No, it's not. That wasn't what I was looking for.
Aaron.
Exodus 34. Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and I will write on them the words that were on the first tablets. Stairs. Mm-hmm. You remember when I took time out of my day and I wrote stuff on tablets And I told you that the people down there were throwing this like really big party they shouldn't be throwing. And then you got down there and acted like you didn't know. Then you broke the tablet. Do you remember that? Okay.
Just want to see if you remember.
Just wanted to make sure because you remember I already did this once.
So here's a juicy little thing that I found from reading the message first and then going to this. No. It's for real.
I'm with you.
This says Moses was supposed to re-engrave them. It says, cut out 2 tablets of stone, just like the originals, and engrave on them. At least that's how I interpret it. Cut out 2 tablets of stone.
Mm-hmm. Cut them out.
Claws.
Yeah.
Just like the originals, and engrave on them the words that were on the original tablets you smashed. Doesn't say, and I will engrave on them. The message says, cut them out and you engrave them.
Oh.
From how I interpret it. Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what's real or what. Like, that would be the punishment. It'd be like, oh yeah, remember those tablets you smashed? Cut out some more stone.
Yeah.
You do the work. I already did the work.
I already did it.
I already did it once.
I did this once.
Oh, do you not remember what was written down there? Sorry.
Tough.
Anyway,
Remember.
that's my juicy tidbit. Bible was juicy.
I don't know why I
That's
just
the
like
next.
stumbled into another terrible parenting thing that you do, but like someone's like, I don't remember what was on there. And you go, tough. Okay, well, functionally, I still don't know what I'm supposed to write.
What happens if I get it wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
yet.
don't even
It is going to be
it out.
tough to remember.
Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first one. This is what the NIV says, and I will write on them the words that were on the first tablets. Be ready in the morning, and then come up on Mount Sinai. Present yourself to me there on top of the mountain. No one is to come with you or be seen anywhere on the mountain. Not even the flocks or herds may graze in front of the mountain. Clear out the mountain. So Moses chiseled out 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and went up on Mount Sinai early in the morning as the Lord had commanded him. And he carried the 2 stone tablets in his hands. I wonder if people were like, would want to be involved in any way, and Moses had to be like secretive about cutting big stone tablets out. What are you doing? Nothing?
Just making copies.
There's nothing big going on here. Don't follow me up the mountain. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and stood there with him and proclaimed his name, the Lord. And he passed in front of Moses, proclaiming, the Lord, in all caps. The compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children and their children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the fair and just God I've grown to know and love.
The children and the children and their children.
What'd your dad do? Oh, wait, your grandfather do? Your great-great-grandfather? Yeah. You're on the hook for that. Sorry, bro.
Chisel it on the tablets. Moses bowed to ground at once and worshipped. Lord, he said, if I have found favor in your eyes, then let the Lord go with us. Although this is a stiff-necked people, forgive our wickedness and our sin, and take us as your inheritance. And the Lord said, I'm making a covenant with you. Before all your people, I will do wonders never before done in any nation in all the world. The people you live among will see how awesome is the work that I, the Lord, will do for you. Obey what I command you today, and I will drive out before you the Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites.
Especially the parasites.
Safety first. Be careful not to make a treaty with those who live in the land where you are going, or they will be a snare among you. Break down their altars. Smash their sacred stones and cut down their Asherah poles. Do not worship any god, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Do not worship any other god, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. That's what verse 14 says. Be careful not to make a treaty with those who live in the land, for when they prostitute themselves to their gods and sacrifice to them, they will invite you, and you will eat their sacrifices. When you choose some of their daughters as wives for your sons, and those daughters prostitute themselves to their gods, then they will lead your sons to do the same.
I wondered why they wouldn't lead their daughters to do the same.
To stay away from the sons?
No, like it says when you choose some of their daughters as wives for your sons, and those daughters prostitute themselves to their gods, they will lead your sons to do the same. Meaning, as I take it, prostitute themselves to their gods. But God isn't saying those daughters will lead your daughters to prostitute themselves to their gods. It seems like the sons here are a little bit too weak to handle it.
They're the ones.
And the daughters
that
are kind of tough here. Like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But the sons are like, ooh, prostitute myself to the gods? Okay. I'm like, no. We know that they don't want to.
No, guys.
They're going to see you doing it and having a great time. They're going to want to. The girls are going to know to stay back because they're smarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
Dummies.
Just be dumb.
Dummies, specifically. 17, do not make any idols. 18, celebrate the festival.
Remember, don't make the idols.
Got to keep coming back to this
Been
one.
through this.
Remember the bad things that the gold sludge.
Don't smash tablets. Okay. Thank you. All right.
If your necks were looser, I wouldn't have to keep saying this. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread for 7 days. Eat bread made without yeast as I commanded you. Do this at the appointed time in the month of Aviv, for in that month you came out of Egypt. The first offspring of every womb belongs to me, including all the firstborn males of your livestock, whether from herd or flock. Redeem the firstborn donkey with a lamb, but if you do not redeem it, break its neck. Redeem all your firstborn sons. 2 things here, and I know I've commented on this before. Mm-hmm. This is a terrible deal for the lambs. I don't know why. I don't know what sort of like big donkey corporation was able to like manipulate this deal. It's awful. The donkeys they're like every firstborn, everything. There's this like reminder that it comes from God. Blah blah blah. Except for the donkeys.
I think it's like not to make too many sports references, but like. Okay, every player on the team, like the first QB, the first like number 1 player in every team is going to be sacrificed. Okay, except for the quarterback because we really need the quarterbacks. So we're going to sacrifice another kicker.
That's a good take. Actually, I really like that take.
We really need the donkeys. Everybody can agree we need the donkeys.
Right.
Even God is going, yeah, you guys need the donkeys. Yeah, don't redeem them. Just get rid of the lamb.
We'll just do another lamb for that one.
A couple more lambs.
That's a really good take. I love that because you get out there you always see it on the football field. Like, hey guys, we got to put that work in. I want you hitting hard, no spots or like give it your all out here. Hey, we're gonna put Mike in a pink jersey.
Yeah, just don't
do not touch him.
Frank, Chad, they're all wearing pink.
If you intend to throw a ball to Mike, I want you to throw it to Bill. Because Bill's going to catch it. I don't want Mike catching football.
Mm-hmm. It's got the delicate hands.
Some of you have been sneezing. I want you to stay away from Mike. All right, you guys, I want you to take each other's heads off. We got to get out here and put the work in. Hey, Mike, can we do the lo-fi music for Mike in his headphones? Because of this, I just want his nervous system to be down. That was the donkeys.
Mike is a donkey in this scenario.
I also like this. Redeem the firstborn donkey with a lamb, but if you do not redeem it, break its neck. Redeem all your firstborn sons. Don't like the proximity to the broken neck with that flow of words.
Somebody has this figured out that I don't get it. Are we killing everybody? Are we back to killing all the firstborn sons again? I thought we were done with that part.
The eldest sons definitely, as in the reading of this for the people, are like that was for the donkeys. That part was for the animals. Well, the lambs will be for the donkeys. But the neck breaking will not. Those are different things.
And I know we've done this before. We've gone through this before, but like God saying the first of every offspring belongs to me. Okay, where you want me to put it? You got like a farm. You want me to just. Here you go. Oh, you want me to kill it? Is that what we're doing? We're just killing it.
Kill it.
And then what are you going to do with it? It belongs to you. I killed it. The body is still here. There's a carcass kind of hanging out. Are you going to take it?
First you're going to get the kidney out. If you're going to be real.
Stuck with a bunch of lamb carcasses.
Your story. I think some of it was like temple connected and stuff. They were getting some use out of it. Verse 20, no one is to appear before me empty-handed. Mm-hmm. This is also my policy on my birthday. Hello? What do you have for me?
It's how I tell my girls to clean up their room too. Like, Get some, pick something up and move it. Put it where it needs to go.
Got something in your
You're
hands.
all capable.
Verse 21, 6 days you shall labor, but on the seventh day you shall rest. Even during the plowing season and harvest, you must rest. Celebrate the festival of weeks with the first fruits of the wheat harvest and the festival of ingathering at the turn of the year. 3 times a year, all your men are to appear before the sovereign Lord, the God of Israel. I will drive out nations before you and enlarge your territory, and no one will covet your land when you go up 3 times each year to appear before the Lord your God.
The Message version says, casually, nobody's going to be hanging around plotting ways to get it from you. The added. Okay.
No one will covet your land. Oh, yeah.
Nobody's going to be hanging around.
I didn't even see where they would have got that, but I see what you're saying
chill,
now.
Okay? Don't be worried about your land. Just nobody. This is desert crap land, okay?
Because all the men are gone.
Right.
Verse 25, do not offer the blood of a sacrifice to me along with anything containing yeast.
I'm beginning to think God has a yeast allergy.
I think God's just trying to say,
Just a little bloated.
be leery of the yeast.
Right.
Not as good for you as you might think. Do not let any of the sacrifice from the Passover festival remain until morning. Bring the best of the first fruits of your soil to the house of the Lord your God, and do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. And this is reiterated throughout Exodus.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big takeaway. If you haven't jotted that down yet during this podcast, I think you should.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Boil the goat for sure.
You're going to want to boil
Definitely
the goat.
boil that.
You're not going to want to eat raw
It's
goat,
not in its mother's milk.
which I think is worth thinking about.
Get his auntie goat.
Because it's I get the practicality of it. It's a little sick and twisted. You know what I mean?
I've got to think there's something else in there, but not for this podcast. We're not learning anything today, folks.
That's our goal. Then the Lord said to Moses, write down these words, for in accordance with these words, I've made a covenant with you and with Israel. Moses was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights without eating bread or drinking water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. Pum, pum, pum. Verse 29, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tablets of the covenant law in his hands, he was not aware that his face was radiant because he had spoken with the Lord. When Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, his face was radiant, and they were afraid to come near him. So Moses comes down from the mountain. He's been up there for 40 days, 40 nights. He's not drinking water. He's not eating. I assume he hasn't bathed. He hasn't washed. He hasn't brushed his teeth. And now all of a sudden, every time everybody sees them, they're like, oh God. And they're like turning away. And he's like, okay, I was up there for you guys, just so you know. Like, I was up there talking to God for you. I was talking good about you guys. You don't have to be rude about it. No, it's just your face. No, I get it. Okay. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. This is so funny to me that, like, again, the practicality, the reality is he was up on a mountain with no water, no sunscreen either.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
For 40 days.
Yeah.
Not eating, not drinking. He doesn't look good. There's no way he looks good.
Right.
He's not meeting with God in a tent anymore, remember?
He's up on the mountain.
He's up on the mountain. Wind exposure. Like, you've seen people who climb Mount Everest and then they come back and they're just like chapped lips and like look like garbage. I don't think I would describe them as radiant with God's glory. I don't think radiant is the right word. No offense.
Why don't? Because that's not the story, though.
But it is. It comes in and it says the radiant face of Moses. He was radiant with God's glory, and he had to like hide his face from the people because it was God's glory that made him radiant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think he just looked like death.
Oh no! See, I'm not with you on that one.
Well, you're not with me on most things.
I think he's got like a glow to him. I think they're out in the wilderness.
I hear what you're saying,
all the time.
I know what's written. Not just the wilderness, up on top of a mountain. Again, he's not.
I can't imagine down there on the ground. Like everybody's. Nobody's
they've got
looking
tents
fresh.
to hang out in.
Nobody's looking fresh.
Nobody's smelling fresh. I promise you that.
Nobody's smelling fresh.
Right, but they're also not. You've seen people who climb Mount Everest. You've seen
I know. Yeah.
You've seen what they look like when they come down.
Sure.
You've seen the movie Alive.
I've seen it.
Yeah. They don't look radiant.
But
he's
got a glow.
Sort of what the description is here.
He's got a glow too. He's got a little.
I believe he's got a glow. It's a little bright red.
Heavenly beam to him on this one. Because him and God were hanging out And he's got a little heavenly beam.
You are gonna go up on a mountain for 40 days and not eat anything and not drink anything and take orders from someone. I don't think you have a glow. I don't think you're having a great time.
You do when it's got up there. His name is
such a suck up.
His name is Jealous.
You're such a suck up.
I think that's the story. I like this story. I like this one. And I'm with you on your hot takes a lot of times, despite what you just said. In this one, I'm like, no, I think this is because of the, well, let's read it for the people.
Option.
Let's read it for the people.
Go on.
Verse 31, but Moses called to them, so Aaron and all the leaders of the community came back to him, and he spoke to them. Afterward, all the Israelites came near him, and he gave them all the commands that the Lord had given them on Mount Sinai. When Moses finished speaking to them, he put a veil over his face, but whenever he entered the Lord's presence to speak with him, he removed the veil until he came out. And when he came out and told the Israelites what he had been commanded, they saw that his face was radiant. Then Moses would put the veil back over his face until he went in to speak with the Lord.
Right. Here, play this scenario out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the people and you're Moses. Hey, buddies, doesn't Moses look terrible? Like, God, he looks off like he's gonna die, don't you think? Yeah. He looks like, did you see what happened to his face when he came down? Yeah, he's like the blisters and the blood, like his face bright red. Hey, Moses, I'm glad you have your mask on. You gonna take it off?
My
now?
face is covered in a beard, first of all.
Yeah.
How much of my face is even visible?
Glowing, man. Can you show us what looks like underneath the veil, just real quick? What does it look like? Let's just do real quick. Just play this scenario out. Just play it out.
You want me to put the mask on? Is what you're saying?
Take the mask off.
Oh, here. Okay, here you go.
Vomiting, puking, throwing up.
There's my face.
Children frightened, running.
Mask on. Mask back on. Mask back on.
You look great. Then he goes
I'm not
back
with you. I'm not with you on this
I
one.
get that you're not with me, but to say that that's not plausible. Sorry.
I just think and I also feel like
I just think there's an option.
I also feel like everything you're talking about is like, yes, when you take an American and you send them American in their sunscreen face their whole life and they're living indoors most of the time. I think people in this story are built different. I think they're born outside.
I don't think
they're living outside.
I don't think anybody's built to be up on a mountain.
And they go up on the mountain and it doesn't affect him. So he comes down and he's got like a spotlight
Yeah, I don't think
coming out of his face.
I'm open to that idea.
What I am with you
I'm
on,
also saying that there's a strong possibility he's just real sunburnt.
what I'm with you on is like, notice the difference. I'm going to be the people. You're going to be Moses.
Okay.
Hey, Moses. Oh, it's good to see you, man. You got your mask on. Let me see. Ah! Ah! Oh, okay. Man, that was crazy. You say you're talking to God? Is just something that
I don't understand the difference. What happened? Am I doing this again?
Ah! There is no difference. It's the same response.
Right. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, okay, Moses is maybe writing this going, yeah, they were scared of me because I was glowing with God.
And I feel like even if...
He doesn't have a mirror. You can't see how terrible he looks.
Even if this is one of those things where, like, when you're talking to somebody and you're like, you know why they're mean to you is because they're jealous of you. And you're like, okay, I know it's supposed to make me feel better, but actually someone's just being mean to me.
Aaron's like, oh, you're glowing with God's radiance. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Whether you're right, whether I'm right, it's like poor Moses is having to work through the same emotions.
Right. Thank you. That's all I needed.
You guys see the game last night?
I just wanted you to say whether you're right. There was a question mark, and possibly I'm right.
That's all you're ever hear.
It's again. I'm just saying. There's a plausible. Here's a little idea path to explore. Doesn't make God any less great. Doesn't make Moses any less of a hero. But just to say, like, I came down from a mountain. I was glowing with God's glory. Like, yeah. That's what happens when you hang out on a mountain for 40 days.
In a church service, and he's like, I had to whisper something to you, but I got to take my mask off. Can you be cool? Can I just, I just had to whisper. It's a really good joke, but I have to say it right.
Okay.
Poor guy. Moses really has. I want to say something and then decide if I agree with it or not. I just think
when you say I think of Christian Bale Moses, go
top to bottom. I think Moses is one of the tougher Bible lives. Like when you think about all, because like again, it's very heroic when you think of the plagues. Not a pleasant thing to live through.
Right.
I don't care if it's like not your cow dying. Like if a billion cows died in your proximity, that's not a nice day.
It still smells.
The next day.
You made the frogs show up.
We like to tell Moses' story like he was kind of like John Wayne in it the whole time. Like these are not like when you wake up in the morning and God's like, all right, so for today, you're going to cut open the bull. You're going to pull out every day with this. Like Moses is a tough gig that I think if we actually live it with him, it's a big lift. And I don't know of anybody, obviously every Bible character's got their ups and downs, but Moses' ups were kind of downs, if we're being honest. All right, let's finish the chapter. Or did we already?
I think we
His face was
we
radiant.
did. I feel like that's the lesson. That's what you learned.
Moses' life was tough.
Yeah.
That's I mean, tough gig. Everybody's always like, I want to have, and again, like some of these other characters, it's not necessarily helpful to compare, but you talk about David, and David spends a time as like king of a productive like nation, and there's something cool about that. Moses never got to be a king.
No.
Never got that experience.
Well, don't give it away.
Oh,
I say spoiler alert.
Don't flip ahead. All right. Anything else that you learned today, Tim?
I mean, just nothing major, but just the re-emphasis of this parental traveling relationship. That makes me feel like some of the guilt and shame maybe that was like preached at us as kids about God, our relationship with God, kind of might have come directly from these chapters of God going, I don't want anything to do with you, and if I had to be around you for one more freaking minute, I would kill you. Like, okay, sorry, God.
Can't be with you anymore.
Didn't mean to. Ooh.
Along the same veins, I always take these things. This has been hitting me different lately. I don't know how to best word this because I hate to give any sort of like actual advice. Read.
Nobody's going to take it anyway.
Legitimately. Okay, good. That makes me feel better. Read legitimately the way people like Moses talk to God. And I think it's like actually practicalize that a little bit. Actually make that practical. Like, I like that. I think we should do that more. Like, if you're frustrated, if there's one place you should go, it's always like, I'm going to go in the comment section, or I'm going to try one time. Just like tell God how unfair you think everything is. Just tell God. That's what Bible characters are doing left, right, and center. Mm-hmm. They're just sharing their hey, no one tells me the plan, okay? And I'm tired of it. That Moses is saying that to God in their tree fort. God's inviting you in the tree fort to complain. And I think you need to take God up on it.
Or be careful, because if these Bible characters are anything like us, because we're humans, we if we're telling the story later as sort of victors of our own story, we might say, I might say, because I made it out alive. So then I says to God, it's not fair, man. And then the reality was, I went up to God and was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I just, if it's okay with you.
Right.
But then I tell the story to my friends. So I walked right up to God and I'm like,
yeah,
you let my people go.
Yeah.
They're your responsibility.
Right. Yeah. I could see that. It isn't, I mean.
I get it. You're not on board with anything I've said.
Everybody's coming out with the same, a lot of them are airing their complaints.
I agree.
I think do it more.
I think totally agree. And I think the way that the text says it happened may not be the actual way that it happened.
I think
it sounds pretty aggressive sometimes, the way one would talk back to God.
Yes.
I'm just saying you can air your grievances. Maybe don't do it in such a way.
Right. I guess what I'm saying,
maybe, or do it.
I sort of hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is
whatever you want.
if you were to, this is a great point you bring up. If you were to be more upset at someone for the state of a situation, be more upset at God, because you can hurt people's feelings. They're like way more likely to go like, that was rude the way you talked to me about that. Like God is more, again, I'm going off of stories like Moses.
God said, I'm going to smite you if I have to hang out with you for one more second. So I'm going to leave you with my trail.
You also do have to pay attention when God's like,
this is my point.
You should do a thing and then you should do the thing. But if you have complaints, if you are looking for a place to air your grievances, I think that's like, start treasuring your prayer time for that purpose, you know? Be like, hey, Becky's got some traveling mercies. Anyway, God, here's the stuff that's not making any sense to me right now. And I think you should be doing more about it. And I'm upset.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying there's probably a tone level that you need to keep. Yeah. And then maybe don't go.
Yeah, you should be a decent person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I learned. Well, we did it. 2 more chapters.
Almost done.
You did it. 2 more chapters of your Bible reading. Let us know if we missed anything here in our Bible reading today.
I don't think there's any way we could have.
I think we're pretty comprehensive with our work today. If you haven't already, you can get the Bible's Funny card game, Volume 1, Volume 2. That's available in the show notes. Coming up on the holidays, Timmy.
I feel like we should get shirts. We should make shirts.
We should.
I just don't know what they would say.
Gift giving time is upon us.
People want shirts.
Everybody
wears a shirt. Maybe a nice turtleneck.
2 people are wearing shirts right in this room right now.
I've even got 2 shirts on.
100% of people are wearing. Okay, huge flex. Anyway, check out the Bible's Funny Instagram, and you can get all the updates on that, and the link in the show notes for where you can get the games and stuff like that. But we love you, and we thank you for coming on our very slow, very silly Bible journey with us. We'll be back here with another podcast very soon. Talk to you then.
The Bible.